Hey everybody, this is James Caldwell. I'm following my series here. I'm just saying, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion part two. Okay, so let me just start by saying they pulled one over on me. Okay, I talked about in the last video how it was surprising that it wasn't because usually when it's done in parts, some parts are boring, and usually we start off boring and then all the good stuff is at the end. Well, they pulled a goddamn stunt on me because the part two was a bit boring. But let me go ahead and let's talk about what actually did transpire on this here second part. There were, like I said, it was a little boring, but there were some things that were said because I'm real silly. So there's some things that were said that caught my attention and made me laugh. So, that was cool because I didn't want to have to really waste a whole hour of nothing. Um, we focused a lot on the Nene Cynthia friendship thing. Um, they started off with the Portia, right, because they're coming right off the cuff of Portia being sent home and them trying to go forward with the recording. So we start right at Nene and Cynthia, and it was just sad. It really was sad. Cynthia was basically pouring her heart out to um, Nene, literally. I mean, you're on television and you're basically just pouring your heart out. And Nene gave her very much of didn't give a fuck, really. I mean, she stood there and she gave zero fucks, okay? And it was pitiful. Cynthia went to lengths so she's crying and she's going through all these different emotions, and it was really a mess. I mean, and I didn't understand. I understand really loving a person. I understand, because if my best friend, I think we've been friends so long that if something were to happen and I didn't really understand the way he went about it, I would probably be I would be thrown, but I love him, but I don't love him to the point that he's throwing my feelings back in my face and I'm sitting here crying like some goddamn fool. Now, I just don't get that. You know, I was waiting on the point for her to say, well, fuck you. And it just wasn't coming. And it just became really hard to watch. It was terrible. I mean, I don't know. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it at all. Nene was showing a very, very nasty side. Um, oof. I mean, she was showing really how cold and callous that she can actually be. Cynthia just went on, and I said, to me, it was a classic example of I've been your friend, you weren't mine. Basically, that's how I saw it. Now, the one thing I will say about Cynthia that I didn't care for, Cynthia, and she did it there, and then she also did it on Andy Cohen's What Happens Next show. She spoke very freely about the fact that she felt that Portia was wrong for Jack and Kenya. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, especially with the fact that all the other castmates had actually they weren't saying anything. They've been very candid about what's being said in the public. And Cynthia's just right out there with it. And I guess because she even got fired, she's like, well, fuck it. I don't want to be the only one getting fired. So that kind of put the lid on me and Cynthia. So I don't really give a fuck what happens with Cynthia from there because I didn't really care for that. I just thought that was very petty. And just a word of advice to her, darling, Kenya will chew you up and spit you the fuck out, Cynthia. If you think you're playing games, you crying now, fucking with Nene. Kenya will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. So just so you know, boo, because I'm seeing that little thing. You can fuck with Kenya if you want to. Anyway, so enough of that. I'm not gonna spend any more energy on that. Phaedra. Only one thing with Miss Phaedra that she did that I've been waiting because I knew she could be mean, and I love it when she's mean. I love it. Phaedra's ass. Did you hear when she called um, Kenya? Kenya was saying something to Phaedra, and she referred to her as, yeah, whatever, barren woman. I said, see, I knew it was only going to be a matter of time. Kenya was going to push and push and push, and Phaedra was going to get to being mean and saying mean shit. So now that's the only thing I'm gonna touch on with that. But I'm looking forward to next week to see if because as it goes on, they're getting tireder and tireder. Come on with it, Phaedra. Cuss the bitch out. Let her have it. Sick of Kenya. Sick of her mouth. Go on and let her have it because Kenya's not worried about anybody else's feelings. And she hasn't been worried about anybody's feelings. She's been going buck wild. And it's time for somebody to shut her ass down. And I think Phaedra's the one to do it. Anyway, moving forward, the highlight basically of the show was Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce came on to the show, and when I tell you her ass clowned on Sunday night. Mama Joyce, she was all over the place. She was all over the place. And there was even people would say, like, was she drunk or was this, that, and the other? I don't think she might have had, a little something. She could have been a little fool. Could have been a little fool. But I don't think that had really anything to do with it. Mama Joyce had a plan. Mama Joyce intended to be as nasty. She intended to be as curt as she was. She intended to be as ridiculous as she was. Now, I don't know. I would have loved to have talked to her on Monday to see how she felt about how she ended up looking because she didn't look so hot. It didn't leave her looking very, very good at all. It did not leave her in a good light. I felt like all of that information that was being discussed about Kandi and her finances and what she does for her, all of that could have been left out. I didn't like that. I didn't care for it. And basically, and I'm very much that way. There's nothing that I wouldn't give my mother. You know what I mean? I love my mother. So there's nothing that I wouldn't give my mother. And I understood Kandi when she was saying, damn, like she was trying to make. The more Mama Joyce talked, the more it sounded like she feels as though Kandi owes her. Kandi really doesn't owe you anything. We love our parents, but you don't owe them anything. You laid on your back and had Kandi. Kandi did not call or send you a memo or a tweet that says she wanted to be born. You laid on your back and had that baby. So she doesn't really owe Mama Joyce anything. And, same thing with me and my mother and everybody else and their mother. You don't owe them anything, though mothers do take on that persona where they feel as though you owe them. Oh, well, I did this and I did that. Yeah, you did all that. But you were supposed to do that because you laid on your back and bent your knees. So you were supposed to do that. You didn't do anything more than what you were supposed to do. You bring a baby into the world, you're supposed to take care of it. It's just the way it is. I have two of my own. Yes, I'm supposed to take care of them. And I ain't laid on my back. I adopted mine. But when I said I would take care of them, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take care of them. So no, they don't owe me anything when we get to the end of the road. They owe me nothing. But again, who I am, there's nothing that my mother wants that I can provide for her she's not going to get. So Kandi, I'm with you. I see you. But the way Mama Joyce was talking made Kandi look like a trick. It made her look like a trick. It brought a lot of things to light about her and how she feels about Todd. And I hate to even be the one to say anything, but I think she sees Todd as a threat because I think maybe she feels like it's going to cut into what she can get, which is crazy. Todd has a good job. Then even when him and Kandi collaborate, Mama Joyce, chill out. If you chill out and pay attention, you probably will be able to get more. If you stop acting nasty. Because at this point, you don't have Todd in your pocket. But if you act nice, act like you have some sense, you will have Todd and Kandi in your pocket, and God knows what you could get from them. So, I don't know. I didn't like that. And that wasn't Candy's fault. That was Mama Joyce that was putting that out there looking like she's pimping her daughter. But Again, I don't fault Candy. There's nothing that your mother should want at all. But again, she'll have to bring you on national TV and make it look like she's pimping you either. Um, so I didn't care for that. And I believe that Mama Joyce does want a peach. I believe that she would like to be one of the housewives. And I don't think it would be cute. It would be cute because there are no older, there's no older women like that on the cast. But it would make for bad, you know what I mean? Because she would really be buck wild because nobody would be willing to actually check her. You know what I mean? Nobody would be willing to check her, so that would make for bad TV. But I believe she would like to actually have a peach. Yeah. When they said that, it was like ding, 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 ding. I said, "Oh, Mama Joyce, cut it out, girl. Go sit down, honey. Go sit down." But that was that. I just I felt bad for Candy as usual with that because it's like she got a raw deal. Mama Joyce really cut up. It wasn't a good look. Wasn't a good look at all. And like when she said, um, they said, I would like to see, what about Todd's mom? And how does Todd's mom feel? And when she said, oh, she called me a bitch, like it was cute. That wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. And she was really nice to you because she really owes you a slap in the mouth. Because I had said that in an earlier video. I wonder how Todd's mom actually feels about Mama Joyce. And I had seen, she was a little short with her when they were at the play. But I can imagine. I have two sons of my own, so I can imagine how I would feel about somebody carrying on the way she does. But yeah, she was cut up a little too much, and she really was carrying on. I didn't care for that. That wasn't a good look for Mama Joyce. I like you still, Mama Joyce, but I just didn't care for that. But anyway, the last thing that I want to, I had to laugh at that damn Candy. You got to watch Candy real close. Earlier on in the episode, Candy got jokes, but you got to listen real close for them. Her and Phaedra were laughing at stupid ass Kenya Moore. Kenya was carrying on and saying, "Oh, I had to fight and I had to do this and I had to do that." And if you really paid attention, Candy over to Kenya gonna say, "Oh, what is this? The color purple? All my life I had to fight." Child, I fell out. I fell dead out. So there were little reads and things like that that were actually being said during the show. But all in all, the show was this part two was a bust. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen on part three, and the men should be on part three. And it looked like Apollo had a lot of shit that he wanted to say. So we're waiting. We'll see him on Sunday, and then I'll get back with you guys. Leave your comments at the bottom. Definitely like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Love to see what you guys have to say. And right here is where I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.